Okay, so hi, welcome to this lovely yin restorative yoga. This is for anybody who is post-ovulation or maybe in the 2-week wait after IVF. It's a really restorative, lovely yoga practice. It's really there for reducing any anxiety or stress. And in this period, you would be pupo, which is pregnant until proven otherwise. So we need to make sure we're not doing any twists in the body, any compressions of the stomach, and nothing too energetic. So I'm not sure how long it's going to last. It's the first time I'm doing this, but I hope you enjoy it and just take from it what you want to. And yes, best of luck. I'll be thinking of you. So something that you may need for your practice, it's just wear something comfortable, something loose fitting, and you may want a bolster or some cushions or pillows to support you and prop you up during the relaxation poses. So we're going to come into a comfortable seated position. So you can either sit cross-legged or you can kneel down. So we're going to start off gently closing our eyes. And we're going to place our left hand on our uterus and our right hand on our heart. And I just want you to focus on the breath. Start to notice your inhale is matching your exhale. And you may do this lovely ujjayi breath. So we're constricting the very base of our throat and making like an ocean sound. It's a bit like sighing with your lips closed. So as we're breathing in, we're making this lovely ocean sound. We're pausing and then we're exhaling and making that ocean sound as well. So I want you to relax your shoulders, stretch the back of your neck, so bring your chin down, lengthening up through the crown, feeling your ribs rising out to the elbows as you're inhaling, and coming towards the spine as you're exhaling. And as you inhale, imagine your breath filling your heart space. And as you're exhaling, taking that love from the heart space down into the womb space area. And really imagining that connection between the heart and the womb. Just know that you have nowhere else to be right now. It's just you and your mat. Just take this time to focus on yourself. Take that time for relaxation, and as your mind starts to wander, just bring your thoughts back to that inhale and exhale in the body. So slowly starting to blink the eyes open. We're just going to do some lovely, gentle head stretching. Taking our ears to our shoulder. Inhaling up. Exhaling, taking that ear down. Keeping the shoulders soft. And then taking the head from side to side. You may notice that one side is a little bit tighter than the other. We're going to take our fingers to our shoulders. I'm going to circle those elbows. You may hear some nice crackles in your shoulders as we get the blood moving into these muscles. This is where a lot of us hold our tension. So circling in one direction and then circling in the other. Okay. Now we're going to take our right hand on the floor and we're going to slide that arm gently out to the side. And as we do that, turn our left palm up to the ceiling, lift that left palm up. And if you want a little bit more of a stretch, just slide that hand. You can look up underneath that armpit if you want to. Make sure you're lifting that arm up. Don't collapse over your chest space. Feel that lovely stretch all down that left-hand side, into the rib cage, all the way down to the hips. Don't forget to breathe. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Slowly bring that left arm back up, slide the right hand in, and we're going to go in the other direction. So sliding the left hand out, raising that right arm, and stretching over. You can take that elbow down to the ground if you want to. Just see where you are today. Opening up through that heart space. So you're not collapsing down, and breathing into that space. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Taking that right hand back up. And we're just going to slightly come off the back of those feet. And again, taking that right arm out. And we're going to circle that left arm as if you're in a Marilyn Monroe advert for silk and diamonds or something. Just really gently with your breath, taking your gaze to follow the arm around. Inhaling and exhaling round. Lovely. So about 5 times on each side. So when you've done one side, coming over the other side, just off those feet, taking the left hand down and circling. Feel that lovely stretch. You might feel it in the back of the ribs, the arms, the armpit. Just getting all the energy moving around the armpit, working that lymphatic system and opening up the heart chakra. One more. Lovely. So coming back onto our knees, we're just going to interlace the fingers behind the back, palms facing in. We're going to stretch, opening up that chest to the ceiling, opening up that heart chakra, stimulating your thyroid and your throat chakra. Ujjayi breath, lovely ocean breath. Inhaling and exhaling. And one more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Taking our hands out in front of us, interlacing them again and pushing those hands away. And we're taking the head between the shoulder blades, pushing those hands away from the body. Inhale. And exhale. Make sure your tailbone is slightly tucked under. Inhale. And exhale. Lovely. Now you might just want to give yourself a gentle little hug and stroke your arms. Okay, we're going to come onto all fours. So we want to make sure that our hands are underneath our shoulders and our knees are underneath our hips and our feet can be on the floor. If it's uncomfortable, you can always tuck your toes under. If the wrists are uncomfortable, feel free to come onto all fours. So we're just going to make a figure of 8 with our hips. So just remembering to breathe, go with the breath. And if you want to add in the shoulders and the arms, just go with whatever feels nice. We're stretching into the shoulder joints, we're stretching into those hip joints. It's a nice, fluid and gentle movement. It's just a really nice little cat stretch there. It's just getting that blood into that pelvis, supporting the lining of that uterus. And once you've had enough of that, feel free to carry on if you want to. We also call this the drunk camel. You can see why. So now we're going to come into our cat-cow. So with our cat-cow, we're going to inhale our spine all the way up. So our sitting bone comes up to the ceiling. We push into our palms and look up at the ceiling. And with our exhale, we go all the way in the other direction. So pushing into those hands, curling into that top of the spine and tucking that tailbone right under. And then inhaling up and exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Just go with your own breath a couple of times, feeling that stretch all the way along that spine. Then on your last exhale, get your toes to touch and take your knees as wide as the mat. I'm going to sit down in the backs of our heels and slide our arms along the floor, placing our forehead on the ground into wide leg child's pose. Just take your time, breathe into the space, breathing into the kidneys, really trying to sit down in the backs of those heels. Each exhale, see if you can stretch your hands a couple of inches forward. Just a lovely pose to rest in. So just take your time, sit here for as long as you like. Okay, taking our hands underneath our shoulders and gently pushing ourselves back up to sitting. We're now going to come into our floor poses. So just sitting back, or lying back, sorry. You want to feel comfortable. So we're going to have our knees bent. You can have your knees a little bit apart, or you can bring them so that they're touching if you want to. And we're just going to bring our hands into Mudra 1. So this is a nice, it's an energy seal or lock. So placing your hands on the uterus area. You want your thumbs touching and your index fingers touching. So you're almost making a nice little heart shape. And as you're lying on the floor, just notice which parts of your body are touching the floor. Backs of your shoulders and head. Your lower spine and pelvis. And your feet. And as you inhale, inhale positive thoughts into the uterus area. Breathing out any negativity. You may want to sigh it out as well, so you can inhale. Just sigh out any tension you've got in your body. Okay, taking our palms to the floor. We're going to just bring our feet a little bit closer to the sitting bones. And with our breath, we're going to do some pelvis tilts and just gently lift that pelvis off the floor. So we're going to inhale, and as we inhale, start to tilt the pelvis towards the head, and then gently lifting that spine vertebrae by vertebrae off the floor. And as we exhale, slowly going back down to the floor. We're going to inhale up, nice and slow and controlled. And then we exhale back down. Just imagine you've got sand underneath your bottom. You don't want to move any of those grains of sand. So let's go again. We're going to inhale up, engaging our glutes. And exhale back down. And as you exhale all the way down, you slightly overarch your spine. And again, inhaling up, pausing at the top, and we're going to make little figures of 8s with our pelvis. So sort of dipping each side of the pelvis at a time. So we're engaging the core, and then gently coming back down into neutral position. And then bringing your legs in, not hugging them in too tight. We're just going to take our hands on our knees and gently massage our lower back into the floor. Circling one way and then circling the other. Okay, taking our feet back down to the floor. Our feet can touch with our knees coming out to the side. This time we can come into Yoni Mudra 2. So you want to interlace your last 3 fingers and bring them into each other. And again, have your fingers and thumb touching. And we're just going to place that on our womb space and take some nice deep breaths down into the womb space. And again, inhaling to the heart, exhaling to the womb space. Inhaling to the heart, exhaling to the womb space. See if you can slow the breath down a bit and just relax into that pose. Melt your shoulders down into the ground. See if you can melt those knees a little bit closer to the ground. If this doesn't feel comfortable for you, you can always bring your knees back together and just lie gently, quietly. Rolling onto your side now. Waiting there for a moment and then pushing yourself up to sitting. You can either sit on the backs of your knees or you can sit cross-legged. We're going to bring our hands into another mudra, and it's called the Fearless Heart Seal, which is a really lovely mudra when we're trying to get rid of the feelings of being overwhelmed or anxiety. So we're going to link our 3 back fingers, and then we bring our thumb and our index fingers together. So sitting quietly with our Fearless Heart Seal. If you want, you can sit against the wall. You might want to sit on a cushion, or you can kneel, however you feel comfortable. And whilst you're sitting, gently close your eyes, soften your jaw, relax the shoulders, and I'm going to take you through some positive affirmations for your practice. So just let the breath soften now. When you're ready, move your attention to your lower abdomen, just below your navel, to your sacral chakra. Visualize the color orange filling this space. Feel the warmth of the orange washing over this space. Rest in this space, allowing yourself to just be. Taking 3 nice deep breaths right down into the womb space. Inhale positivity and exhale any negative thoughts. Picture the uterus, lush and thick and full of nourishment. See the healthy red glow and feel the warmth in your womb space. Picture your embryo nestling in, firmly attaching itself to its warm, nourishing new home, firmly implanting, warm and safe and ready to grow. Visualize life growing, the energy glowing, the love in your belly showing. Feel free to say these affirmations out loud after I say them. I am ready to accept this gift of our baby. I am ready to become a mother. My baby is coming to meet me at the right time. I am ready to fill my life with the love of our baby. Start to take deeper breaths now. We're going to release our heart seal, open our eyes, and we're going to take our bolster or cushion. You may want to pause the video and put some socks on and take a blanket to cover yourself in. Just make sure you're feeling really comfortable. So for the next few moments, I'm going to show you some different relaxation poses for you to really relax into. And you can stay there for as long as you want to. If you feel uncomfortable, please feel free to move at any time. So to start with, we're going to come into child's pose, supported child's pose. So we're going to have our knees just either side of our bolster. And we're just going to hug our bolster. And we can take our face on one side or the other. As you rest in your pose, just focus on your breath. See what you can hear around you. What's the furthest away sound that you can hear? It might be traffic or birds or somebody outside. Just notice these sounds. And then listen to the sounds that are closest to you. You might hear your heartbeat or your breath. Just know that you're warm and safe and there's nowhere else for you to be. Feel free to move your head if you want to, so it faces the other side. You may want to change your position slightly. So you can come onto your side and hug your bolster this way. And you can even turn your head to face the opposite direction. Just go with whatever feels comfortable. Again, you may want to adjust your position so you can have your bolster or your cushions below your spine. You may want to pillow under the head, and you can have your hands out to the side. You can bring them into a nice energy mudra, and you can have your legs straight out in front of you or out to the side, or you can bring your feet together and have your knees flopped out to the side. So just do whatever is comfortable for you. If it's too low, feel free to prop yourself up a bit more. You may want to have your hands on your uterus again in your chosen mudra. You can either stay where you are, or you can come into the final relaxation posture, which is just supporting the backs of the knees. You can have your feet touching and gently come into lying on your back with your hand in your yoni mudra. So just choose which position you'd like to finish in. And whilst you lie there, I'm going to take you through a final meditation. So lying comfortably, gently close your eyes and feel the support of the ground beneath you. Feel the breath, slow and light, coming in and out of your nose. Feel that there is no tension in your body. Release the tension from your jaw, letting your tongue be soft in your head. Release the tension around the eyes and the forehead. Feel your body melting into the ground. Taking a long, slow, deep breath into the abdomen. Say out loud something you are grateful for. And repeat this for a few minutes till you've finished your list. Take some normal breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. I live with gratitude for my blessings. I listen to my body's needs and rest when appropriate. I am stronger than I know. With each breath, I release my anxiety. Take your focus to your womb space. Imagine the womb space filling with the colour red, nourishing the space, filling it with love, pure love. Loving energy surrounds my womb. My womb is lush, warm, and full of nourishment. I welcome beginnings and new life. I plant the seed and watch it grow. See the embryo implanting into this beautiful womb space. See it nestling in and starting to grow. See your baby growing, filled with your love. Your belly growing and stretching. I'm ready to become pregnant. I take care of myself and prepare myself for a healthy pregnancy. I trust in the wisdom of my body. I completely love and completely trust my body. My baby is coming to meet me at the right time. I can see my baby in my arms. I smell their skin, kiss their little head, and feel them breathing in my arms. I allow myself to be loved and let a baby form from that love. I am calm and ready. I trust that I will get to this place. I trust in the universe. Taking your focus to your breath, breathing into your womb space, exhaling to your heart. Start to come back into the room. Gently take your head from side to side. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Take your hands and feet out and give yourself a full body stretch. Roll onto one side and wait there for a few moments. Keeping your eyes closed. When you are ready, come up to a seated position. Take your palms together and create some heat. And place them over your eyes, feeling the energy coming into your face. Bringing your hands to your heart. Namaste. Thank you for joining me in this practice. I hope you found it useful. Feel free to go back to any parts you want to repeat, or pause if you want to stay in any poses for a longer period. And I wish you luck.